have to run. Like, you have to run. Hello and welcome back once again to Divine Sport. That is, if you are a returning subscriber, I truly appreciate. And if you're new here, you're such an amazing person. Thank you very much for coming back. Thank you very much for stopping by. Now, this is Divine Sport, and here we entertain, we enlighten, we educate, we inspire, and we also spur you up. So click on that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you can be able to see our videos when and while we upload. Thank you. Today we have a very interesting topic, and I know you don't want to miss out. Now we're going to be asking ourselves this question: is life a race or a journey? Is it a race or a journey? So this question has been on my mind lately and I surely know it has been on a lot of people's mind lately. So the question is, what is life? Is it a race? I see some people say, oh, this race, I will run it to the end. Some people say, oh, this journey. So now the question, is it a race or a journey? First of all, let's define what life is. Now, there are lots of definitions of life. We can define life from the spiritual aspect, we can define life from the psychology aspect, we can define life from the physical aspect, different aspects. But generally, life is just like a condition that separates the living from the dead, or the living from the non-living. Life can also be like a fulfillment of purpose, a satisfaction. And when you talk about spiritually, life can be not just living on earth, but then transcending to a journey, an eternal journey with God. So just like I said earlier, life has different meanings. So what is life to you? All right. So it's actually different categories for different people. Some people, life is just what you make of it. So you see, life is different. But now the big question here is life a race or a journey? Speaking of race, normally we know that race is something that, oh, you run to win a prize, you run in competition with other people. Now you're getting the point, yeah? So you run and you must run in a race. Race is all about running, yeah? So you have to run to win something. You have to run to achieve a goal. You have to run to just be there. That is race. And we can see that naturally in our races here, we see that people are set in different lines and they are competing against each other for a prize, for a position, for power, for a thing or the other. But when you talk about life being a journey, this is the slow and steady pace. This is the pace where you don't look at your neighbor. This is the pace where you don't compete with anybody, because we are all set on different paths. We're all set on different steps. And see, a journey is like, it can be a step, it can be a run, it can be a walk, it can be a jump, I don't know. But then it's a journey. The main thing about a journey is just move. But when you talk about race, you don't have to move, you have to run. Like, you have to run. When you talk about race, you have to run. But when you talk about journey, it can start any day. It can start with a step, it can start with a jump, it can start with a walk, it can start with a run. You just have to move. That is what a journey is. And I think I'll be of the opinion that life is actually a journey. For me, life is a journey. Because when you talk about journey, you're not looking at anybody. You're not competing with anybody to win something. Everyone has a different pace, of course. But then we are going on our different paces. Now we're going to be seeing from the scriptures. In Micah chapter 6 verse 8, it says, "And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." To walk humbly with your God. Again, we're going to see Psalm 16 verse 11. It says, "You make known to me the path of life, the path of life. You will fill me with your path straight." See, it's about path. It's about working. It's about a gradual process. If we understand that life is more of a journey than a race, there are a lot of things that we're not going to be doing on this earth. There are a lot of things we're not going to be doing just in quote of, I want to just leave. I want to make sure that I get there. It's not a competition. That's why a lot of people die early. That's why a lot of people get into things that they don't want to get into. That's why a lot of people are pressured because they feel that life is a race. I'm not disputing the fact that you have the right to your opinion. Some people might come up and say life is a race and that's on period. Yes, I respect that. But I'm giving my own suggestion and my own opinion that I feel life is more of a journey than a race. Because in journey, you are peaceful. In journey, you know that, friend, you're on a different path and I'm on a different path. And don't worry, we're going to get there. See you at the top. That is what a journey is. But a race does not understand, see you at, we're going to get there. It's not we, it's I must get there before you. I must get there for a reason. So let's, change our mindset. At least try to reason with me. Try to understand that life is more of a journey than a race. So we've defined what life is. We've seen that life is fulfilling, purposes, and also transcending eternally with God. Because I feel life doesn't just end on earth. There's a transition. That's a transition. All right. So if you say life is a race, meaning when we get, when we be with God at the end of it all, we are still going to be racing. So it will still be a path. It will still be a journey. It will still be, God guiding you, leading you through every step of it all. That is what life is. I don't want to make this video so long. So I'm just here to, touch your mindset a bit, to think about things that maybe you've not thought about, or you've thought about and you require answers, or maybe you've thought about it, but then you're like, let's just keep going. Now I've come to tell you that for me, I feel that life is more of a journey than a race. If you doubt this, you can put something in the comment section. Let us know your own opinion and your own, thinking process, and also give us reasons why you think maybe life is a race than a journey, or why you think life is a journey than a race. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate your time, your attention. Please don't forget to share, comment, hit the like button if you have learned something from this video, and also most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much, and see you next time.